Alright guys, so we got a pretty big update on this one. As you can see, we got headlights in the car finally. We took the radiator out. Forget what type we was doing. I think it was when we was running the transcore lines. Because we had to. I think the one runs back in there, and the one runs here because the person that cut them made them like super short. Well, one super long, one super short. So we routed them different, but they're finally out of the way. I ran the vacuum line for the Holley. It's done. Still got to do the master cylinder, but that's about one of the last things we need to do. There's still a couple things, but got the wheel woods all done down here. The only thing we had to do with the brakes is get the master cylinder mounted, bleed it, and then do the passenger side brake line's done. We need to run the passenger or the driver side brake line for it, and then run the line lock. Then it's done. We the light's messing with the camera, but got all the wiring on the driver's side pretty much done. The USB right there just gets tucked up here somewhere. It's going to be for the flash drive for like the tuning and junk. I pretty much got all the wiring done over here. The only reason we haven't put like the dash panel cover back on and the kick panel and junk is because of like for the brake pedal, there's a rod at the top that goes into the back of the master cylinder. It's an adjustable rod, so we got to adjust it. The wideband, I had another wideband in the cabinet over there for an old project that never got used, so I figured since we've tied the Holley in with the driver's side header, I might as well put that in the passenger side. That way I can actually monitor both banks. So that's that. Went ahead and mounted it's like a GPS holder thing for the 3.5-inch screen for the Termi. We haven't put the back seat in because the ground cable, we're probably going to pull this carpet up here, and like the plate for the plate that got welded to the bottom of the car, I'm probably going to weld like a bolt to it and then have it for the ground. We just have that as a temporary ground for now because I was testing the wires and junk up there. I bought a laptop just for tuning, so after we get it running, I can actually sit here and tune it. We did get the kill switch in. It's all wired up to battery box is actually all done other than having to mount the ground, but it's completely done. Got new taillights in it. I think they look pretty good. Over here, the wiring looks like a horrible mess, but it honestly just needs tucked up. The only wiring we have on this side is our input and outputs, which is like your fan, like nitrous bottle warmer and stuff like that. Other than that, all this wiring just honestly needs tucked up underneath the dash. There's no wiring over here pretty much at all. Like I said, we ran the vacuum for the Holley. So it's ran. Yeah. On this side, I don't think there's anything new. We still got to hook We think this green wire, we think we don't need it. We think all it does is show a light on a dash that says it ain't charging, like the alternator ain't charging. But since we got the digital dash, we don't think we need it anymore. And the white wire, it's going to go inside the car, and we need to wire it up to 6AL. So there's that. And just to show you how far we're actually on with this car, yeah. Got brake lights. Come inside the car in here. You can see all the gauges work. The wideband's lighting up. It ain't plugged in. That ain't turning on because we ain't got the Holley itself plugged in. We got the power unplugged it until we actually go to actually start it. Like all the gauges are working. I can change the colors and junk all on them. But yeah, everything's hooked up. Got headlights. Lights are all working. All new lights up front. All new lights in the back. Heck, the tag lights even work. But we're really still in the final stretch right now, so anything left we have to do is put some fluids in, which anything we really need to do is antifreeze and brake fluid. Wire the electric fan. That shouldn't take that long. So I think it's 3 or 4 wires. Set the engine to top dead center. That's easy. Hook the MSD up, like I said. Brake lines, like I said. We need to cut the feed line for the gas feed line. We need to cut it down, I think, probably 4 inches or so, which ain't really that big of a deal. The back seat delete, I really can't put it in until I will weld that bolt to the cage, like the plate. That's gonna be like kind of like a universal grind, I guess. Finishing interior, that really ain't that much in there. We already ran the wideband. We just need to block off the other side. We still gotta run each wideband, like how we want it down in the engine bay, or however we end up running it. We gotta smack the rear tire wheels because the inside rubs. We still gotta put the engine grinds on. Still gotta get in alignment, which we don't really need that to run. PCV, we gotta get it done. Set the rear e-brake, which ain't nothing. And then just check for leaks, but yeah, it's all coming together. We should have, he's coming back over tomorrow, and going to see what we need to do with them wires. Going to try and get the fuel line cut, the brakes done, tie up, whatever we have left in the inside. Pretty much we're going to try and get most of it done tomorrow, so probably end up putting a radiator back in here soon. But it honestly won't be too much longer. Really happy with these taillights, and cutoff switch is backwards, but I think all I gotta do is flip the switch 180 and it should be right. But no, we're not keeping a grind like that. No, we're not leaving all the wires a disaster in there. We're cleaning everything up. But we honestly are almost done with this thing. There's not a whole lot left to do. But That about does it for this video. Like, comment, subscribe, and see you next time.